We all know that GTA 6 is going to take place in Vice City, but did you know that way back in 2010? A lot of people thought the same for GTA 5. Back then, the anticipation for the next installment in the Grand Theft Auto series was at an all-time high. Just like now, fans were eagerly speculating about the possible direction Rockstar would take after the massive success of GTA 4. Naturally, given Rockstar's biggest franchise and the intense hunger for any piece of info, legitimate or not, the internet was flooded with hundreds of rumors and leaks. One of the earliest and most notable leaks came on May 4th, 2010, when Game Reactor shared an alleged lineup for that year's E3 event. This supposed leak included a bombshell: Grand Theft Auto Vice City 2. The idea of returning to the sun-soaked streets of Vice City electrified fans, but there were many other interesting mentions like a new Half-Life, a sequel to Bully, and an early announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3. However, as exciting as this leak was, it turned out to be completely fake. This incident served as a reminder that E3 leaks, especially those too good to be true, should always be taken with a grain of salt. Later that same year, we got a legitimate info leak that steered the rumors in a more concrete direction. On July 26, 2010, VG247 shared with the world the first real hint that the game was headed back to America's West Coast. The article hinted at Hollywood as the next setting and teased that an official announcement could be coming soon. Separately, Eurogamer reached out to their own sources and confirmed that while Rockstar had indeed been scouting the Hollywood area, they couldn't verify for which franchise. This wouldn't have been the first time Rockstar took the GTA series to Los Angeles, as the iconic city was a central location in San Andreas. But this leak, unlike many others, turned out to be true. It was our first substantial clue that GTA 5 would be set in Los Angeles, or as it's known in the game, Los Santos. The next big leak happened in 2011. So, in February of that year, Xbox Achievements got their hands on some juicy info. Rockstar had registered a bunch of web domains. Now, at first glance, these domain names didn't scream GTA 5, but fans quickly started piecing things together. So here's what Rockstar registered: Cash for Dead Dreams, Six Figure Temps, Hammerstein Faust, and LifeInvader.com. There was also StopPayingYourMortgage.net, which didn't end up in the game. But funnily enough, if you type it into a browser, it takes you straight to Rockstar's GTA 5 website. When these domain names first came out, people were skeptical. Some thought they might just be Rockstar messing around, but as it turned out, most of these sites actually made it into the game and became part of the in-game internet. Life Invader, for instance, became one of the most memorable parts of the game, poking fun at social media culture in a way only GTA could. Going further, just over a week later, there was another intriguing leak. On March 8th, 2011, Game Watcher reported that Rockstar had put out a casting call for an interactive project codenamed Rush. This casting call gave fans a lot to chew on, as it provided a detailed list of characters that hinted at the kind of people we might encounter in the next GTA game. I'm not going to read the whole list cause it's way too long, but one of the interesting examples was Kevin Da Silva, an 18-year-old fat FPS playing gamer with anxiety issues and a card for a bad back. Very opinionated and makes racist comments while playing online. I think you all know what his name was in the final game. What's particularly interesting is that Trevor Phillips, one of the game's main protagonists, was referred to as Simon in this casting call, and Albert Da Silva, who ended up being Michael DeSanta. A lot was happening in March 2011 when it came to the leaks, cause just weeks after the casting call, another interesting slip-up occurred. Declan Mulvey, a stuntman, might have made an accidental reveal when he listed GTA 5 on his resume, claiming he did stunt work for the game. According to Eurogamer, when questioned about it, Mulvey told CVG that it was simply a typo and he meant to write GTA 4. However, things got a bit more suspicious when it turned out that this so-called typo was never corrected. Plus, Mulvey wasn't even credited in GTA 4, which made his excuse seem pretty flimsy, and as it turned out, this was no typo at all. Mulvey is indeed credited in GTA 5, but not in GTA 4, which confirms that he let the cat out of the bag a bit earlier than Rockstar probably intended. The next interesting leak happened in June 2011, adding more fuel to the ever-growing anticipation. Sources close to Rockstar Games confirmed with GameSpot that the development of GTA 5 was well underway, and that a 2012 release was looking pretty likely. GameSpot's report also mentioned that the final touches were being worked on, such as minigames, and emphasized the vast scale of the game, quoting, "It's the big one." While the 2012 release date sounded promising, things didn't quite pan out that way. As we now know, GTA 5 launched in 2013, and although the original plan was for a spring release, Rockstar announced in January that the game would be delayed until October 1st. But despite the delay, say, the game did indeed turn out to be the big one, living up to the hype and exceeding expectations. This whole situation kind of reminds me of Rockstar's 2022 announcement regarding GTA 6. They used almost the same words, saying, "We are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is well underway." It's interesting to see the parallels in how Rockstar communicates about these massive projects, always building up that sense of excitement and anticipation among all of us. Then we got some official info. On October 25, 2011, Rockstar announced GTA 5 on Twitter. This was huge news, but the excitement didn't stop there. On the same day, we also got some juicy unofficial leaks. Kotaku managed to confirm that the game would be set in Los Angeles, thanks to a source familiar with the game. This confirmation lined up with earlier hints and leaks about the game's setting. But that wasn't all, cause Kotaku's sources also revealed that the game would feature multiple playable characters, a concept that had been somewhat explored in GTA 4's expansions. And as it turns out, all of this information was spot on. GTA 5 did indeed take players back to a fictional version of Los Angeles, and the multiple playable characters feature became one of the game's standout elements. Going further, on November 5, 2011, we got another intriguing piece of the puzzle from a UK magazine leak. According to a report on VG247, an employee of a PlayStation-focused magazine leaked some detailed information about the recently announced GTA 5. There was quite a lot to unpack, but here are the main points. A massive world pushing console hardware to its limits, featuring more NPC interactions, higher populated areas, and more detailed scenery than any other game. Improved shooting mechanics, animals in the game, cars that can be upgraded and repaired, with the added need to manage fuel use. No dating aspect. The phone would only be used for mission-related calls. The ability to rupture a fuel line and then shoot the gas to ignite it. New minigames like basketball, weight training, arm wrestling, cage fights, triathlons, water races, abseiling, skydiving, rock climbing, and canoeing. No children NPCs. The ability to use human shields in combat. A system where crimes need witnesses to generate a wanted level. Skills that improve based on usage, such as better motorbike skills the more you ride. Weather effects that include torrential rain, sunshine, and even earthquake tremors. While this leak seemed to promise a lot, some of the details were hit or miss in the final game. For instance, elements like rock climbing, canoeing, and abseiling did not feature in the final version. There was no need to refuel vehicles, nor was there an option to use human shields in combat. However, many of the other points, such as the massive detailed world, improved shooting mechanics, and the presence of animals, did make it into the game. While it's possible that some of this information genuinely came from a leak, it included a mix of accurate predictions and elements that didn't make the final cut. So it's hard to say definitively whether all this information was from an inside source or if some of it was speculative. Then, on September 9, 2012, we got what many thought might be our first gameplay leak. A popular video that I remember well was making the rounds before the game's release. This video showed a car being driven through an incredibly detailed desert and then transitioning into a helicopter. The map depicted a detailed mountain range and a desert filled with scenery. At the time, it definitely seemed like something straight out of the GTA series, and I have to admit, I somewhat believed it when I first saw it. However, as it turned out, this was just a fan-made video. Over the years, this video has gone through multiple name changes, often being mislabeled to suggest it was a GTA 6 leak at some point. It was a convincing piece of fan art, capturing the style and detail you'd expect from a Rockstar game, but ultimately it wasn't a real leak. The next big thing happened just over a month later, on October 28, 2012. A Polish site leaked some major GTA 5 promotional material and the game's release date. The leaked posters featured Franklin and his dog, which was particularly interesting since Franklin hadn't been officially revealed at that point. The posters also depicted characters preparing to rob a jewelry store, aligning with details Kotaku had revealed just days earlier. The tagline on the poster suggested that the game would be available in spring 2013, so either in March, April, or May. This seemed legit, especially since it was already clear that the game wouldn't be releasing in 2012. Plus, considering Red Dead Redemption had also launched in spring 2010, a spring release for GTA 5 wasn't out of the question. This leak was significant because just 2 days later, Rockstar confirmed it by officially announcing that GTA 5 would indeed be released in spring 2013. The game was then delayed to fall 2013, with the new release date set for September 17th. Before the game even came out though, another significant leak happened on August 23, 2013. As VentureBeat reported, users who had pre-ordered GTA 5 on the European version of the PlayStation Store were able to download some files that became available on August 22nd. Some eager fans mined the details from the download and managed to discover the game's soundtrack along with the main theme. Due to the nature of the files, the leaks were primarily audio, video, so no actual gameplay footage was leaked. A day later, PlayStation issued a statement on the matter. And then, just a week before the release, another major leak happened on September 10th, 2013. This time, it was the game's map that got out. The world finally got a glimpse of just how massive GTA 5 would be when the map was leaked from the official strategy guide. Someone posted the map on Reddit, and it quickly spread like wildfire. But despite all these leaks, GTA 5 successfully released on September 17th. The game's launch was nothing short of phenomenal, and its success has only grown over the years. As of today, the game has sold over 200 million units worldwide, making it one of the best-selling video games of all time. Its success isn't just in sales, though. The game has received widespread critical acclaim, winning numerous Game of the Year awards and setting new standards for open-world games and multiplayer experiences. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you remember any of the leaks I covered in this video? Personally, the one that sticks out to me the most was the fake gameplay footage leak. It had me fooled for a pretty long time. And while we're at it, how about an updated video on all the GTA 6 leaks? Because the last one I did a few months ago is a bit outdated now, and there have been some new developments that I'm sure you'd find interesting. Let me know in the comments if you're up for it.